Tell me honestly, how often have you seen a house with the two main loot rooms at once? No? And if there are 3 walls on each side of those loot rooms, you haven't seen one yet? Well, you are in luck. Today I'm going to show you a home for a small group of people, which includes, as I said before, 2 main loot rooms, a stash over the head with the 7 big boxes, root floor under the house and 3 multi-TC. Build cost of this house is 75,000 stones, 40,000 metals and 500 high quality metal. Upkeep house is a little more than 16,000 stone, 9,000 metal and 140 high quality metal. This house is built very simply and in 4 stages, beginning with a 2x1 and ending with a whole house with its own territory. I won't drag it out, let's get on with the tour of the house. Let's start with the disconnecting multi-TC, which is located behind the 2 doors and the window. If you have blow up the main TC, then we can safely disconnect this one and put the main TC back inside the house. Then we enter the territory of the house through the entrance room with the 2 windows and chests. We have 3 entries to the territory with the 2 turrets. The house comes out 7 sides on 3 sides, so I usually put the 3 big furnaces here. The entrance to our house from such an elevation. Behind several garage doors we are immediately greeted by a study table and a repair table and couple of lockers, and we have a few furnaces next to lockers. After that we get to the center of the house, where there are some boxes, an electrical workbench and couple of beds. And then we see a couple of windows, behind which we will have one of the main loot rooms. Here we have 6 big boxes and 4 small boxes, and also behind the window we have the main TC. Here we can fit up to the 3 sleeping bags. If we move the workbench to the 2nd floor, we can fit 1 more sleeping bag and 1 or 2 small boxes. Go to the 2nd loot room. On the way to it we meet a couple of beds and electrics. Nothing new here as well, as 6 large boxes and 4 small boxes, workbench and 3 sleeping bags. Moving to the shooting floor, here we have a couple of mixing tables, 3 shooting under the house on each sides. And also 3 roof shootings on each sides. The exit to the roof is through 1 hatch and 1 double door. On the roof we are greeted by 3 turrets and an unlootable shop. And only you just have to put this roof like this to have access to the store. And where is the stash in this house I will show you in the course of the construction. Well, let's get to it. The construction of this house begins with a small 2x1. These 2 doorways we are improving into wood, so that we can hollow them out later. and put the TC in this place. Then we put the boxes for the first time, as you like. In my case, I immediately put the boxes as I feel like it. When all the boxes are in place, we close our TC with the window frame. Then we put the first workbench, a couple of furnaces and sleeping bags. If at the beginning there are more than 2 of you, for the third sleeping bag you can put between the doors. Here we are, our starter base is ready. As soon as you accumulated some more stone, you can start build the second stage. Now we will build a place for the second loot room. You can build it at any time, but now close it walls in a circle and make a small rise to the second floor. On this floor, on the following floors, the entrance to the house will be only through the second floor. And now we just close the second floor with walls and ceiling and put the 3 doors on the way out. After putting the doors, make a small lift from the triangle foundation and then half wall. The last door should open inward to make it easier to jump into the house. As finished build the second floor, here you can move few furnaces, first workbench, study table and so on. For the next stage we will need more resources, because now we will build the frame for the main house. Now repeat after me exactly, so as not to make a mistake. That when all the foundations have been placed, we have improved them to in stone and processed to the wall. After putting all the walls in the same way, improve them in stone. Now we need to put all ceiling, so we can move around on the second floor. At this point we leave a hole in order to put metal buffers inside in the future, and the ceiling are also improving in stone. After improving everything in stone at the place, we make the entrance to the house and also put the walls on the second floor and also improve them in stone. On the right of the main exit, at the turn we make an exit to the shooting floor. You can put furnaces on this place instead of the ceiling. After you have made the rise to the floor above, close all the ceiling and also improve them in stone. At this point we put 3 doorways. In 2 of them we put the door and in the third the windscreen. I almost forgot about the lift into the house. Here everything is simply square foundation and the roof. Once the third stage is ready, you can move the furnaces and everything else to the final location. As I said before, in this place you can put the furnaces. Go back to the loot room and break down the wooden frames and put a wall in their place. And then make a ascent to the second floor. Here we put a window opening that will be closed at night with a strong glass. And in this place you can put a couple of extra small boxes and put a ladder to climb up. In the second loot room we do everything the same way. At this point you can put the boxes in the second loot room and everything else. Opposite to the descent to the first loot room, put shelves and 4 boxes for the non-main resources. It's time to put some more doorways and put the garage door in them. By that time you should have enough metal accumulated, and we go to the first one that we left a hole before and build everything in metal. After which we also improve the entrance floor in the metal. At this point be careful not to build a place for the stash. Now I will show you everything. Just these two squares in our house will be stash room. Now I will show you how to build it correctly and use it. At this point you put two sleeping bags, one for yourself and one for your friend, to transfer resources from here. And then we put the boxes in the familiar order. But before doing so, let's close the walls on the outside, so that we can put the boxes correctly. And after you finish the stash room, you just die and stand inside the house. How to use this stash room you can decide for yourself. On this wall you can put the drop boxes or transfer the loot on the no bugs road ahead. And now you can already put the last doorways and garage doors in them. On this place we can put a couple of lockers, is a very comfortable place for them. The center of the house we improve in a metal or high quality metal if your resources allow it, and also put garage doors. The main loot rooms are best improved immediately in a high quality metal. On the second floor you can already put a couple of beds, and the first workbench to move to another place. Science in its place in the future will be large batteries. In one of the loot room already can put a workbench of the third level, and the second level workbench move to the another loot room. This is what the third stage at home looks like now. And now it's time to move on to the last stage. And we started by improving the roof in the center in a high quality metal, and on the sides in metal. And now let's start to build chutes. On three sides where we can put square foundations, put them in two pieces. It should look like this. Improve the foundation in stone and put the doorways in this way. And in this place we put one doorway and on it a half wall, and on top of it the ceiling, and after which the doorway can be broken. Repeat the same steps on the other sides. Then we go back up onto the roof and do our chutes under the house. It is not hard, just repeat after me. I advise to improve this to lead directly to the metal, because the metal version has more invisibility. After that on the sides we put frames for the hatches. On them we will put our triangles roofs. In these places we put single doorways. After that on both sides we put two half walls and brick the bottom one. Go back to our triangles frames and put the triangle roofs on both sides. And we put them so that they do not fall out of here. On the other side we do the same. One of the side we have ready, do the rest in the same ways. And this is how it should look like. And now everything else is simply built up with window frames, and we can say the shooting floor is almost ready. Now you need to put the vertical embrasures, they need exactly 20 pieces. And now we can start to build another buffers layer on the roof side. Here note the places where I leave room from the roof shoots. Abrade the told in metal immediately and lay a semi-block layer over. After putting all the ceilings, improve them into a comfortable resource for you and put inside the walls. In the window openings we put vertical embrasures, and between the half wall and the window opening we put such a light bulb that we can stand on it. After that we go up to the roof and close all the ceilings, except for those places where the chutes and exits to the roof. After that we make the same exits and places for the turrets. Once everything is ready, we put the door frames on their places for our wind generator. Then we put square roofs on the sides, and the roof is ready. And this is what our roof looks like in the end. All that's left to put is a hatch, door and a couple of garage doors. And now you can start build a multi-TC and build up the territory. From these foundations we can take 7 squares foundations and put a triangle foundation on the 8 and lead them back. Upgrade this circle to stone and brick everything else. After that, from the foundation we take 4 squares wonders and put a multi-TC. At this point be sure to put 2 half walls, or we will not be able to disconnect this TC. At this point we put a square frame for the hatch and back to our entrance to the territory. And already from this construction we lead the frames from the hatches and connect them with the multi-TC, and it should all look something like this. And all the same we repeat on the other sides. It should all look exactly like this, and the last thing left is to put metal battlements and walls. Only 5 walls are needed for each side. It only remains to put the metal battlements and the house is ready. Well, that's actually all. We built a strong enough house for the small group of people. Also, this house can be farmed easily into the classical server for a day. But then you decided how many people you have to live, and so I want to ask you in the comments, write what would you like to see a house. Thanks for watching, see you in the next video, bye bye.